In the silence, Nigeria's decade of blood and the call for accountability. Nigeria is bleeding from a decade plus of preventable terror, banditry, and governance failure. This is not just insurgency. It is state abandonment, and it must end now. April 14th, 2014, a bomb blast happened in Nyanya, Abuja. It was one so shocking because half of the country felt the shockwave from the blast. It was one so painful because it took the lives of 71 people, injuring 120. It was later discovered it was two bombs that went off. But do you know how we got here? Back in 2009, when the world was busy with others, a shadow moved into Nigeria's soul. A group called Boko Haram rose, preaching there was no good education except their kind of education, bombing villages, kidnapping students, burning schools. Their first big impression, the deadly raid on a boarding school in Chibok in 2014. More than 230 girls disappeared while the state machine stood by. In the years that followed, the killings didn't stop. Villages like Benishek and places like Koshi became names etched in trauma. Hundreds killed, whole communities terrified. And all this time the government was saying, "We've got this." In mid-year 2015, then President Muhammadu Buhari declared Boko Haram technically defeated. Let's stop there. Technically defeated, not completely erased. Then you had the hashtag #EndSARS protests, mostly in the South, when the police unit's Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, had become such an unmasked terror in broad daylight that young people said enough. That was 2020. Abuse, extortion, rape, disappearing people. You thought things would change. They didn't, or at least the shift wasn't fast enough. Even though many youths lost their life, the government didn't do anything. Meanwhile, attacks by bandits, kidnappers, religious militant factions, and organized criminals spread across the north and west, not just the northeastern theater where Boko Haram first made its mark. More insecurity, more dead, more hostages. And where in all this was the state? Sluttering, unprepared, even when intelligence and human rights groups warned of impending attacks. Like the Chibok raid, Nigeria's security forces stood by. Let's talk about the core truth that shakes me awake at night. This isn't just terrorism. It's governance failing its people. We have people like Nnamdi Kanu going to jail for no reason. Meanwhile, a former Boko Haram member was taken for rehabilitation and released. The government said he was changed and will be joining the army. What has our government turned to? An army brigadier was captured by these so-called terrorists. They uploaded a video where they were played with him before killing him. And what did our government say?